Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Muy buenas tardes. Muy buenas noches. How's everyone doing tonight? Today is Thursday, the 8th of May. So that means it's almost half of the year. But before we start, you already know that we have to share with our friends and family our program. Como ustedes saben, tenemos que siempre conectarnos con nuestra comunidad, conectarnos también con nuestras amistades, pues estamos en vivo. We live. We live with Hablando con Belly, speaking with Belly. Today we have a great program. Hoy tenemos un programa excelente. So what I suggest to all of you that are watching, that's going to watch this program, grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of water, because today it is a learning moment. Hoy es un día de aprendizaje. We're going to be speaking about financial literacy. How many of us need this type of conversation? I believe many of us. ¿Cuántos de nosotros desearíamos tener esta conversación, lo que es las finanzas? More often, when you hear about financial literacy, especially in a crowd, especially in certain communities, that's when people start to get nervous. When you talk about money, people get quiet. People tend to be busy, ignore the subject. So tonight, we're not going to ignore our subject. We're going to pay attention. And this is going to be a learning moment. ¿Cuántos de ustedes cuando van tal vez a un grupo o en un escenario donde hay personas, cuando escuchan él o la frase financiera, empiezan a hablar, empiezan a hacer bulla, no dan atención y pierden el momento? Pero es muy importante hoy día de ponerle atención porque todo lo que tú mueves, hasta el agua que tú tomas, es financiado. Así que no se pierdan este gran programa hoy. Tengo mi amiga Anne-Marie que nos va a desglosar lo que es la finanzas, la literatura de finanzas. Today I have Anne-Marie who is going to take us through, going to explain to us, to those that doesn't know of the phrase financial literacy, we're going to be talking about certain rhymes, certain things about kind of finances. We're going to talk about a little bit of retirement, which is important, programs that you have, how to start up saving, when you should start saving at a young age, at 5 or 65. So all of this, we're going to be talking about it with my friend Anne-Marie. But what I suggest to you tonight, if this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our program. We are here on Thursdays, 9 o'clock. We do expos, we do interviews, we promote. So if you're interested in our program, you can just send me a message either through Facebook, Hablando con Belly, or YouTube, but you may write us a letter at hablandoconbelly@gmail.com. But I will not take away so much of your time. I am going to introduce our partnership tonight. Our friend Anne-Marie, she is right now moving the world with financial literacy. She is teaching. She is doing a movement, especially among certain communities. Anne-Marie, how are you tonight?
I am doing well, Elisa. Thank you very much for inviting me on. It's a privilege to be here tonight. Yes, and I'm really excited to share what I am doing for the community.
It is my pleasure to have you sitting here with us tonight. And I thank you for you taking your precious time to come and converse or have a conversation with us tonight, especially about financial literacy. This word has becoming more popular. I remember back in the 90s, I didn't know what was financial literacy. Even in the 2000s, we didn't hear this phrase. But today's day, everywhere you go, you will see how financial literacy is important. So Anne-Marie, talk to us. What is a financial literacy?
So financial literacy, that's what we are on as well. That's the campaign that we are on, right? To educate 30 million by 2030. And financial literacy is for you to build your financial portfolio strong, right? And that's what we want family to do, to understand as well. Understand the skills, to budget, to invest their money on as well, and these are what we are doing for family to understand these things, right? When I was growing up, I did not know anything about finances, well, like what you said. I did not understand anything about it. But now, as you said, it's all over, right? And this is what I'm doing for everyone to have the ability to understand and get the knowledge to build their financial portfolio strong.
Okay. So, in terms of the portfolio that you're mentioning, how important for people to understand what is a portfolio?
Yes, okay. So we do a personal financial strategy, right? So we want them to, we ask them, what are your concern? What's going out, instead of budgeting? What's going out when you get your paycheck and what's coming in, right? So these are what we want you to understand. It's like, when you're young, you have all that responsibility. So as you get older, you want to reduce that responsibility, right? So that's meaning, to build that, to put away a part of your paycheck, right? We always said to put away at least 5 to 10% of your income so you can build that financial house and get that skill.
Excellent, excellent. Um, well, I'm gonna, dive in a little bit. How did you started in this business?
Oh wow. Yes, I was introduced to this business really what 7 years ago. And when I someone came to me, is a family member, came to me and said, I have something to show you. And I always skeptic of things that I'm getting into because I've been through so many different organization, right? And when she called me and she said, I have something to show you, I know you are entrepreneur and I'm coming to pick you up. And I said, okay. And she said, when I went to her house, she showed me what she's doing. And she said, you know what, I don't really understand that much, but I have someone to can explain to you. And when she explained to me, I said, my goodness, when she talked about budgeting and all that, I did not know what that, I would never usually budget, right? Never budget. And there I just took off with it because I realized that I need help, right? And as a mother of three, I did not get those knowledge, and then I start implement that 7 years ago, and I start from myself. I start helping myself first, and then I start helping others as well. How to start build their financial house. So that was like 70 years ago, and I'm so happy that I get the information. I went with her, and for her to give me these nuggets as well.
Wow, this is a great information. Is really powerful that from one invitation you went in
Yes,
without knowing what was going to happen, and here you are,
exactly.
7 years, and then now you really promoting and really pushing and educating the community about financial literacy.
Yes, 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 absolutely. And just to put something in as well, I was in a lot of debt. I was in a lot of debt when she came to me. And I said, wow, this, she was a God sent, right? Because she did not know what was going on with me. And I was so happy that she called me. And I was, I didn't resist her. I went because I said, you know what, I just want to go and hear what she's saying. And here I am today, doing the same thing to help our community as well and help families.
So, Anne Marie, the question is, what are the key components of finances?
The key components of finance is planning. We need to plan. We need to set those goals as well. What's your 1 year goal? Your 5 to 10, 1 to 5 year plus goal, 5 year goals, right? We need to set those goals as well and make plan for the future, right? We always, some plans for the now and not looking for the future. So those are the key components. We have to start making those plans, budget in, right? We say we work the money, and guess what? We spend it, but we need to start budget and also save for the retirement. And we need to be disciplined with that as well.
Okay. So, I know we're talking about the principles, and
Mhm.
how would I put it? For someone that probably is 30 or 24 and all they know getting a paycheck and, you know, going to the store, shopping, disregarding this moment, inflation, COVID, um, the lack of resources. Why would you, if you had someone that is 24 years old right now making 50, 60, $70,000 a year, how would you, um, how, how would you, speak to that, probably a young man or a young woman? How would you encourage them to be more wise about their money?
Yes. So what we do as well, we always want, so for instance, right? We want the young people now to start saving early, right? As what I said, as soon as a child is born, you got to start saving for them, for the future, for college, right? Also, the younger generation, we want them to start saving. There's so much things out there that they can, we would, educate them first. There's Roth IRA that they can save in. Also 529 college planning they can start doing as well, save into. There's so much more, but when they call me, I will sit with them and strategize as well, for them to start, see what they would like as well. So it's not all about me to tell them what, first we educate them and then we put them in the right direction.
Right. And we understand, right, that you're going to make the money, save the money, but then once you save the money, what do you do with the money? You can't have 30, 40,000 dollars sitting in
See
the
that?
bank over a period of time and you're not moving your money. So how can we, for example, if someone has $30,000 in the bank right now and he's sitting there probably making $2 a year, how can we take that money and invest it and make it work for us?
As I said, we have so much different products. We have an annuity, Roth IRA, that they can put these investment that they can invest in as well, right? Also, there's insurance product as well that they get higher interest rate as well, that they can later on as well. So it's so much more out there, that we can provide so they can and put this money and get a better rate of return.
Right. So what is annuity? Because I often hear this word, but for someone that probably never heard of it, what is annuity?
Annuity is also it's a retirement as a retirement planning as well that we you put your money in, but you can lock it in as well for the future. Is a part of your retirement, right? So, for instance, if someone have their 401k and want to roll it over, we roll over into an annuity for them, right? So they can lock that in for the future.
Okay.
It's a part of
So, and talking about 401k, well, in America, um, most of the jobs, is part of a incentive to people when you get a job, right? But
Yeah.
oftentimes there's people they don't even know that they paying for 401k for the simple fact they're not educated in this industry. So, but we know too with the inflation and the changes with the government, um, there's probability, that we might not even be able to cash out or if anything happens. So can you break down a little bit, the importance of a 401k, but not just to rely on that for the time that is needed, especially for retirement?
Yes. So 401k now, um, a lot of company provide a 401k for family when you're working, and also you can, you know, some company matches, right, and some don't. And also, it have that 59 and a half rule. So if you take it out before 59 and a half, you're going to pay a penalty, 10%, as well as the taxes and all the fees that's with it. All right. Also, you know that it watches the market. So if the market goes down, you will lose. There also, you can move it where there is less risky as well, right? Also, if you want to buy a home, or you want to, if you want to buy a home, you can go into that as well, and take it out as a first time home buyer. You can borrow from that.
So aside from having it as a retirement, it could be a funds that you could utilize.
You
Also,
can,
I believe for education, you could take it out for
yes,
certain.
you can
Um,
absolutely take it out for certain things. Education. You can borrow from that as well.
exactly, but we know
Yes.
too, right, that there's a penalty when you
Yes.
take it out. So that is highly important. If someone today has a X amount of money on a 401k and they want to utilize it,
Mhm.
it's best to speak to your broker or
Right.
whoever your financial house
Right.
to speak to them how to go about those taxes, whether you want to pay them upfront
Yes.
or you want to save up that money on the side for the end of the year when the taxes
Exactly.
is due, so you could pay
Exactly.
that. Correct?
Exactly. And also, when you're taking it out, sometimes they'll ask you if you want to pay the tax now or pay the tax later, right? And just remember that if you want to pay the tax later, remember when there's tax time come around, you have to pay all that taxes. So, usually some person will pay the tax while they're taking it out. If you're taking it out before that 59 and a half rule.
Wow. The-
Yes, and there's as you said, there's 10%. You're going to pay that 10% penalty. Also, the taxes if you take it out too early.
So the next question is, at what age you should start off saving and educating yourself about money in general?
Oh, as soon as possible. As I said, we are going in different organization, easy even to start to educate the younger generation, right? So as soon as possible, you got to start, get the education. It's never too, as I said, some person take forever that don't know certain things, But as soon as possible, you got to get the knowledge.
So the question is, if someone is, let's say, 75 or 65 at this moment, and this is when they wake up, well, I need to start off my savings, probably. Are they thinking about, well, I want to invest in another 10 years? What would be the best fit for that person?
65, when they're 65 years of age, well, I would have to sit with you and see, see. First, we do that financial strategy, as well as what I said. I got to see, first we sit with you, see what you're, as I said, what's going on, what's coming in, to see what you have as well to start saving. Understand, the assets, understand, your liability as well. So we sit with you to build that house strong, as what I said. What are your concern? So we do all of that first, before we decided, what where you're going to invest your money.
Absolutely. So where can we find you? Give us your email, give us your entire information where
So
our
yes, you could
community
call
can.
me. Yes, you can reach me at 917-374, sorry, 917-376, 3452.
Do you have an
And
email?
my email address is ann322@msn.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, if this is your first time in our channel, we welcome you. Today, we're speaking about financial literacy. We have this great teacher with us today. She just breaking it down, a couple of questions that we have about financial literacy. Literacy is highly important. Well, more of all, your money has to count. You got to respect your money. You have to find any literacy that you find that you have, try to build. It could be probably you just want to save for college. You want to save to buy a car. You could just find a way how to do it, especially now with the inflation, with all the situations that we're going through. It's highly important for someone, to really pay to be mindful about your money in general. So, Emery, if someone wants to, let's say, for example, wants to buy a house in Kenya, can they call you to sit down with you and you could go over or analyze what they have, what they need?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we do. We analyze, um, you know, see what you have, and then we sit with you and see, if you start saving as well, because if you want to buy a house, you have to start saving, right? So those things we look into, as well, right? And I know earlier you said, um, you know about planning as well. They have to start planning early. Know your goals. Start setting those goals for, later on, because we have to have a goal of where the direction that we want to go. Don't wait for too late, then we start planning, because we don't have much time.
Right. And another thing, we know tax season just passed. There's still people that they have not received their refund. But we know, like in certain community that tax money is not respected because they think, well, it's money from the government, but it's not. Your tax is your money, is something that you work for. And there's people, when they get that check, they're not even thinking about savings, they're not thinking about investment. They just go around pay and they just like flourish like there's no tomorrow.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what we said, when you get those tax money, um, you know, put it away. Reach out to someone, like myself, and find out what you can start doing. Right? There's so much stuff out there that you can start, putting away a little at a time. If you can put down, that tax money, Or if you can start saving $10 a day, right? That's $300 a month. We can start early, right? Pay yourself first. We talk about those things as well. Set aside 10% of your income to pay yourself first, right? So, yeah, and find those vehicles as well where you can take advantage of the taxes, right? Tax advantage. So, but when you reach out to me and I sit with you, we will go over all those details.
And my next question, why is it, and this is in general, that when someone gets paid, let's say tomorrow is Friday, right? There's 20 people going to get paid tomorrow. Before they even think about paying themselves, they already have the bill as to pay someone, but not themselves. What is that about?
Yes, it's just an habit that we have. We don't used to paying ourselves first. They pay all the bills, and then what left back, then they pay themselves. So you get your income. You gotta always put away um, a certain amount aside, right? Don't pay the bills. What you're gonna have, to save, right? Don't pay the bills. Split it up, and put some aside for yourself. Even if it's 10%, saving and pay yourself, and then everything else comes after, right? Because we're gonna retire sometime, right? So we have to pay ourselves first, right? And also buy what we need. Don't buy what we want, right? We go shopping for one thing and we come out with a whole lot of stuff, right? That we don't need. So those are the things that we can cut back and, you know, pay ourselves, put it away for the future.
Absolutely. So I want us to speak about a little bit about S&P 500. There's a lot of people that
Mm.
they want to know what is that about, and it's so popular right now. But I know that we have some people behind this camera today. They would love to hear it from a professional. What is a S&P 500?
Okay, so the S&P 500 is, is the Standard and Poor, right? Is is it what is the stocks and bonds, is the stock market, right? Is the largest, it's a large company of 70, around, I think the entire 70% of the company in the US, and also is the majority of it is in healthcare, energy, retail, tech company as well. So that's the S&P 500. But we'll call me and then we'll go more through that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as you could hear the professional tonight, there's a lot of way how to become pro on this. You don't have to be the expert. That's why we have the expert here tonight. So you could contact, you call her, make your appointment, and bring your bills. Bring your finances to someone. Have somebody to help you, because oftentimes we bank, right? We go to the bank. Well, there's a habit. We go to the bank just to withdraw money or to deposit money. However, the tellers are there. Sometimes we don't even take the time to ask questions. So therefore, it is important to have professionals on the side where someone can sit 2 or 3 hours with you going over things that matters. And right now, your money matters, your pocket matters, your job matters. Due to the situation that we live in today, money is highly needed. What do you think, Emily?
It's surely highly needed. As I said, we got to save every penny because look at the inflation right now, right? Everything is getting expensive. So we have to pay ourselves first. And also, there's so much stuff out there that we can take advantage of as well. You know, call me. And also, there's workshops as well that you can go on, so you can understand these things and also be disciplined to start saving as soon as possible.
Right. And that is a good phrase because everything that we do in health discipline, like the same time, sometimes we gotta wake up 5 in the morning. It takes discipline to be able to be awake and go do your errand. Like your 9 to 5. That is a discipline that you gotta be there at 9 and get off at 5 o'clock. It is a mental discipline. So how can us as a human being to develop a discipline about money, because sometimes we're disciplined about everything else but our money. Any tip?
Oh, um, uh, to be disciplined with your money, I think, um, as I said, just buy what you need. Don't go out there and spend. For me, I'll tell you the truth, Elise. I was a shopper, and I used to shop a lot. But now this workshop that we have really disciplined me from not spending too much. I buy what I need, and also it helped me pay off my bill. I decided that I need to put this aside first. You know, as I said, pay yourself first. Put aside this. Be disciplined, right? So you don't have to there's so much distraction out there for you to go and spend. But just said, you know what, not now. I like that, I love that dress, but not now, I don't need it. you know um, get what you need, not what you want. And just save, start put it aside. I know
Uh,
it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But after a while, you know, it will come natural. But just make that one step, make that first step, and you will see. Think about the future. Think about what you're gonna need for the future.
wow.
And
And I think we oftentimes needs to be reminded, especially we're not in a certain settings in terms of savings, in terms of investment, and we have to be oftentimes reminded that we gotta save. We have to do everything in our power to be
mm,
to
to
remember 20 years from now that probably you're gonna be
exactly,
already in your 60s, that that you didn't work
exactly.
in vain, that you didn't just
Mm-hmm.
work
Yes,
and just destroyed your money with nothing, and you turn around, you have
absolutely.
zero in the bank, you have no investment. And it's really important for us to think about, not now, prep now for later,
Exactly, exactly.
right?
And that's what we do. We're thinking about the now. We're not thinking about later on. And that's we have to, get that what you said, get that kind of mentality out of our mind and start thinking about the now and start thinking about the future.
Yes. And the future is just around the corner. Time doesn't wait for anybody. Time is just ticking by, and he's not gonna wait for you. He's not gonna wait for your packet. But you, the one that have to make the decision, how
Yeah.
you're going to move. You, the one that has the power to save your
Mhm.
money. You, the one that has the power to invest your money.
Yes,
Correct?
absolutely. And a little bit goes a long way, right? Even if it's $10 a day, $5 a day, whatever it is, you know, just be disciplined and just said, you know what, I'm gonna put this aside. My paycheck, I'm gonna put this aside, right? And we just have to be disciplined. We just have to
Exactly.
be disciplined. because as you see it, a lot of folks are going back to work, because guess what, they didn't start saving. No one had taught them these information, and when they're ready to retire, they got to go back to work. They can't retire because it's not enough. So we just have to take that small step.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with that. So if you're interested in this program today, you can just reach out to Anne Marie or even reach out to me after we just share the information with you
Yes.
from here. Can you repeat your phone
My
number again,
number
please?
is, yes, my number where you can reach me is 917 736 3452. My email address is ann322@msn.com.
All right. So, and talk to us about the campaign.
Okay, so we have our campaign is we have this goal to educate 30 million family by 2030, right? And we want um, everyone in our community to, we have a workshop as well for you to come on and get these information, and they're free. They are free, and there's no catch to it, right? We have different workshops. We have them whatever time your schedule is. We have time to fit your schedule, right? We have them at 2 p.m., 8 p.m., and at 10 p.m., right? So except Wednesday is only one workshop at 2 p.m. So I know that schedule can fit our schedule as well, right? And we have different topic every day, right? If it's increase your cash flow, debt management, proper protection. So each day we have a different topic, right? For you to come on. Also, we have them in Spanish. So in Spanish, we only have one workshop, and it's at 8 p.m. So we highly, recommend you to come on this workshop, and also just reach out to me, right? Call me, and I will send you the link, because you have to register and for these workshop as well. And my number is 917-736-3452. Just call me and said, Anne Marie, I would love to go on this one of your workshop, and just come on and see, see what it's all about.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have Eugene. She say she almost missed us. So, Eugene, if you have any questions, you can write them up. We're going to give our public a couple of seconds and you can write up your questions. Pueden escribir sus preguntas. Estamos aquí disponibles. We are here, you know. Glad to see you, Anne Marie. That's what Eugene is saying. So she is watching us live right now. We're
Yes.
speaking about financial literacy. You know, we have the expert here tonight, which I'm glad to have you. I've been wanting to have someone to come and speak to us about this matter. Your money matters, you know, my money matters. So it's time for us to be more responsible, you know, to be more mindful. Mindfulness, you know, that is highly important to be mindfulness about what you do. And this is the time. It's not tomorrow, it's not the day after. Today is the day, and take advantage that we do have people in our communities that are willing to come and share information with us. Remember, information is power, right? So this topic is very interesting, especially to me. I still have certain things that I need to learn, you know, and I will
Yes.
join one of your workshop one of these days. I just
Yes.
have to come up, you know, with my time. But I'm really,
Absolutely.
really, I'm highly grateful to have you today and talking about this matter, because I met people, a lot of people that is in the industry, and sometimes they don't even want to come to the public and speak about, you know, financial literacy and do an awareness.
Yes, 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 that's so true. And also, I sit with them one on one. Just reach out to me, and one on one, we have a conversation, see where you are, and we move from there, right? And you'll get a lot of information. Just come on the workshop, and as I said, there's no catch to it. It is free. So come on, we want you to manage your growth, save that money, right? And also protect your money as well, right? And safety. We want you to have that safety as well. So you come on, we want you to, have that proper protection, right? Take care of your debt, have emergency fund, and also then you invest. So all of that we go through, we do that personal financial strategy. So don't be scared to call me. Just pick up the phone and call me and say, Anne Marie, I want to meet you one on one, and we will um, 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 go deeper into this as well.
Right. So, Emery, I know I'm not going to take so much of your time, but let's talk about credit cards.
Oh,
They are important, but at the
yeah.
same time, it's not the credit
Mhm.
card; it's the owner of the credit card.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm one of them. I am one of that I am that person. Oh my gosh. And as I said before, the workshop disciplined me. I was in a lot of debt because guess what? I just swipe, 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 right? And we show you as well what $100 can do to pay off your debt, right? Yes, we don't get put the credit cards them aside, pay them as you go. You use it and pay it right away, and don't pay the minimum. You got to pay more. So we show you as well how that that $100 can pay off your credit card as well, right? So with that's it doubles. Instead of paying the minimum, you pay a little bit more, right? So it's called a debt roll up. So we roll up your debt, roll up that $100 until you pay off that debt. So call me and come to our workshops, and you see what I'm talking about, because guess what, that disciplined me to pay off those credit cards, right? Now I don't shop the way I used to shop, because guess what, I save my money. I don't even want to spend it. That's how much I'm disciplined right now. I don't want to spend it at all. So, as I said, just be disciplined. Take that time out and put a little bit aside each paycheck.
And what about consolidation? If
Um,
someone has a credit card right now over $20,000, what would you
well,
say to?
we don't do consolidation. We do the debt roll up, because guess what? I was gonna consolidate my credit cards, but when someone showed me how to do this debt roll up, I changed my mind and I said no. I'm gonna do this, and that's what I did, and I end up paying it off, you know. But if that's what you want to do, it's all up to you. But let we show you first, and then you decide if that's the route you want to go.
Where can we find you again?
You can call me at 917 736 3452, and my email address is ann322 at msn.com.
Wow, absolutely, absolutely. Pueden comunicarse con la gente cualquier hora que ustedes quieran. Ella puso su número. Si quieren más información, cómo estar fuera de deudas, cómo ahorrar, cómo invertir, este es el momento. This is the time. Don't be overwhelmed if you owe the bank $30,000, 40,000. There's a way how to fix it, but you have to find someone that is professional, someone that is going to be on your side and give you the right tools how to fix your credit, how to save your money, and how to save your life.
Exactly. As I said, your future is in your hands, right? In our hands. So we have to take care of it. It's not no one else's hand, right? So we have to be disciplined and take it up in our hands. And also, those workshops as well, reach out to me and I will send the information to you. also we have workbook as well for you to follow along with these workshops, right? So please take advantage of these workshops.
And that's for sure. We pleading with the public today to join us in this course, to join us with this campaign. Let's be liberated. Let's change our thoughts and also be light-minded. Let's give it a shot because at the end of the day, it's about growth, experience, but not only that, save your money and invest your money because that's what's going to speak to you or about you when the time comes. So, Anne
Yeah.
Marie, it's been my pleasure to have you. I hope this is not the
Thank you.
first. We would love to
No,
have you.
no, no. I would love to come back on. It's my first time doing a podcast. Never. So you are the first person who invited me, to do this, and I appreciate it very much. Next time I will be a pro with this. Right?
You did pretty well. So this is how we start, and welcome to our community. You was with us too at the expo that we did 2 weeks ago. You
Yes.
was there. A lot of people, or a lot of the community that was around. They are interested in your products, and I hope they are reaching out, calling, and make the appointments, or for you to reach out to them. But we do really
Yes.
welcome you, and we want to have you around.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I always wanted, to reach the community as well, and I appreciate you having me on to reach the community. Because we're on a campaign, right? We
Mhm.
have to do this together. One person can't do it, so we need a massive amount of people to do this campaign to bring this information in our community, right? To uplift our community as well. So thank you very much, Elise. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to come back on.
Certainly, yes. We will come back sometimes and with different topics. And then if you're interested, on different topics, you could just
Yeah.
let us know, send us a letter, or and we could just come back here. But we definitely is gonna come back. Especially, I'm interested, to hear about your campaign, how is moving. So you definitely will be back here on our platform. I hope you enjoyed.
I do enjoy. I see a lot of chat, a lot of people reaching out. So I'm not that nervous anymore. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I
Most
do enjoy it, and
most
I
definitely.
looking
It is
forward.
my pleasure. If you just tune in, now we're speaking about financial literacy with our professional, Anne Marie Reynolds. Anne
Yes.
Marie was our financial advisor at the event that we just had 2 weeks ago, where we had a mixer. We had a great expo, a business expo, so she was there. And now, she's at the platform tonight. We still shouting, we still passing down the message that today's day, 2024, more than ever, you have to be financial literate. You have to, even if it's a small amount of information, try to sink in, get some books, look for information, look for advice before you do anything. If you're gonna do a big expenses, try to look for someone that is going to guide you on the right direction. Correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, Elise, when they join that, I don't know if I mentioned that we have a workbook as well. These book back here, calling the Saving the Future. I will send you a PDF. We also have them in Spanish, right? That you can. I'll send it out to you once you reach out to me. And when you sit with me, I send you these the Saving the Future book as well, right? Because we
Absolutely.
want you to get the information,
Yes.
right? We want you to get those information as well.
And one thing I want to say to the public, especially our community that is watching me and is gonna watch this program later on. The sky is the limit. So if your dream is to be a billionaire, shoot for it. Because remember, the majority, like 89% of the billionaires, they was just a regular people like you and I. However,
Exactly.
they had a vision and
Mm-hmm.
they practiced it, they executed things, and they were disciplined and they were able to make it. So
Uh,
do not ever put in your mind that you cannot do it. Me, I'm already a billionaire and I
mhm.
claim and I claim it. Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
gotta claim it. We have to claim it. We have to
Exactly.
claim it. You know
Exactly.
what? We gotta start, as you said, we gotta start from somewhere. Be educated, right? As I said, we have to take it up in our hands, right? Because if we don't do it, who's gonna do it for us, right?
Nobody.
And nobody gonna do it. So we have to do it. We have to start now, right? As I said, we make the money, we accumulate the money, and guess what? We have to save it, right? We have to save it. So, just reach out to me, and we will go. You will get more information from me as well. Just reach out to me at 917-736-3452, right? And just let me know, hey, Anne Marie, leave me a message as well, right? Don't be scared. Leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can, right? I always get back to listen to my message. I listen to my message every day and I, return all the calls before the end of the day, right? So looking for you guys to reach out to me, and I can't wait to hear from you all.
Absolutely. So we're gonna close. Do you want to do the closing?
Huh? Oh, for me to do the closing.
Yes.
So thank you all for coming on. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And I don't know what this is. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time. And don't forget to log back on next time, same link, same time, and come on a bit earlier so you won't miss anything. All right.
Ab-
So
Absolutely. So
yes.
this is the voice of Anne Marie with Hablando con Belly. So we're about to adjourn. We're about to close. We had a great conversation today. We spoke about financial literacy, types of literacy, type of uh, savings. But hey, the message tonight that I'm going to display before I close: you're never going to be forever young. So the younger that you are, and save, invest, the better future you're going to have when you reach your 60s and your 70s, and you will never regret it. So
Yes.
make your money more important to you more than anything else. So with that said, we're going to be back here next Thursday at 9 o'clock, and we love you guys. All right, take care of yourself. Be well. Ciao.